My name is Christine G, and I'm going to be going over this problem. It is, I think, Q7 from Module 4 problem set. So um, let's go ahead and take a look. So we have a right triangle that I drew right here with a side of length x that is opposite angle A. So let's call this angle A. And then a side of length y that is opposite angle B, and a hypotenuse of length z opposite the right angle. Okay, so here's the right angle, and here's z. And then it also tells us that x equals 4, so that's nice, we have that side, and that sine of b equals 1 divided by the square root of 3. And it's asking to find the length of side y and the length of the hypotenuse z and enter the exact answers. So we're going to be having square roots if there are any. So the first thing that we know about sine b, we know that, okay, so sine b, that's opposite over hypotenuse. So it would be y over z, the SOHCAHTOA. So here we have that information, and then we also have that sine b equals 1 divided by square root of 3. So this equals sine b, and so does this. So we'll put it like this. And then what I'm going to do is we can go ahead and use Pythagorean theorem if we just have one variable. So what I can do here is I can solve, let's go ahead and solve for z, okay? Or I could solve for y. Why don't we solve for y? That might be easiest. So what I do to solve for y is I just multiply both sides by z, and you'll see z cancels out right here, and then I get y equals 1 over square root of 3z. Okay, so that looks nice. So now we can substitute this in for Pythagorean theorem for y. So Pythagorean theorem is x squared plus y squared equals z squared. So now we know x squared is 4, or x is 4, so 4 squared plus, and then y we have right here, and we're just going to square it. So this is kind of cool because let's go ahead and square it right now. So 1 squared is just 1, and then z squared is z squared. And then in the denominator, well, guess what? That just gets rid of the square root sign, so we have z squared divided by 3 equals z squared. So this is starting to look pretty nice. So now we can simplify. 4 squared is 16, and then I can subtract z squared divided by 3 from both sides. Or I could bring this up. Yeah, I'm going to subtract it from both sides. So I'll get 16 equals z squared. Ooh, I know what I'll do. Yeah, I like to get rid of the fractions. So maybe what I'll do is multiply both sides by 3 to get rid of that ugly denominator. So I'll do that in a sec. Minus z squared divided by 3. Okay, so I am going to multiply this side by 3 and then this side also by, 3. So 3 times 16 is just 48 equals, and then we have 3z squared, and then minus z squared. Oh my gosh, that's so nice, because this canceled, the 3 canceled when we used the distributive property. So Now 3z squared minus z squared, well, it's always implied that there's 1 here if there's no other number. So then that's just 2z squared equals 48. Then I want to isolate z squared, so I divide both sides by 2. And then I get 24 equals, this cancels, z squared. Okay, so now we're in business. So I take the square root of both sides because I want to find out what z is, not z squared. And then I get z equals, well, I want to simplify this. So square root of 24 is the same as if I do a factor tree. 24 is 6 times 4, and this is a perfect square. So this is the same as 2 by 2. So then I just have 2 square root of 6, and that's what z is. So that's my answer for z is 2 square root 6. Now I need to get y. Well, that's not too hard to get because I already have y equals this equation. So I'm just going to substitute in y equals, and this is the same as z divided by square root of 3. So I'm just going to substitute the top in for z, which is 2 square root 6. This could be written as z divided by square root of 3. So now here, these are all under the square root sign, so it's legal for me to divide, and that divides nicely, and then I'm just left with square root of 2 there. So 2 square root of 2, and that's my answer for y. Thanks so much for watching, and feel free to contact me anytime if you have questions. Have a good day. Thanks. Bye.